Hey lovely, it's Christine Collins, and I wanted to chat to you today about flow. And when I talk to people and when I work with clients, one of the things that comes up really often is not knowing what to write about or feeling like you're stuck for ideas. And the other one that I hear really often is a lack of motivation or inspiration. So you're feeling like you're kind of just going through the motions, you're just getting it done, you're just trying to crank it out to tick off a box and complete a task, and it doesn't necessarily feel inspired. And so those things are actually really connected together, and the good news is they can be solved in many of the same ways. So when we talk about working in flow, what flow is it's a state where things just kind of come naturally and organically, and it doesn't feel quite so much like we're squeezing water from a stone, like we're fighting so hard to get something done, to get something written, to produce something. It almost writes itself when we're in a flow state. And a lot of times we tend to get caught up in worrying about the strategy side of our content and our copy. And the strategy side is certainly important too. And there are lots of things that we can do with niching and truly understand who you're talking to and how your messaging needs to form in order to really communicate and speak with that audience. In addition to understanding the audience and being clear with our niching and what we want our message to look like, the ideas have to flow in. And we don't want to have to work so hard for every single piece of content that we are creating. It doesn't have to feel like this enormous, overwhelming task that we have to complete and accomplish as part of our business. It can actually feel fun, it can feel light, and it can feel playful. And the more we are able to get into that state of playfulness, the more enjoyable it will be for us, and even better, the more enjoyable it will be for our audience as well, because they'll be able to feel that lighthearted, fun energy. So there are a number of different tools that I use with clients to help them to get into this state of flow and to help them to create content in a way that feels light and fun and easy and doesn't feel like they're pushing so hard to create. We use a combination of things like visualization, and there are some clever NLP techniques as well as hypnosis, of course, and tapping. So when we're looking at something like hypnosis, one of the reasons why I think it's so important in our content creation process is because it can help to shift you gently into a flow state without really having to think about it very hard at all. The thing about flow is that it is very connected to the alpha brainwave that we get into in the hypnosis process, where we are relaxed, we're calm, we're kind of zen and chill, but also when you emerge, you come out enthusiastic, excited, and inspired. And it's a great opportunity to turn things over in your mind, to visualize, to play with ideas, to allow yourself to try on some different hats, even if you aren't sure if those different ideas are going to pan out. It allows you the opportunity to play with different things. Try them on for size, see if you like them, see if they are a fit. And if they're not, then it's okay. You haven't really lost anything. Sometimes we end up taking our content really seriously, and it can begin to feel overwhelming because we're trying so hard to get it to perform its job, which is important that it is performing a job for us. But at the same time, it doesn't have to be so heavy and so serious and so difficult for us to create. So I'm offering a fun little thing that I don't do very often. This is kind of a limited time thing I'm just doing for this month. And it's a one-on-one VIP session. And it will allow us to get to the core of what's stopping you in your flow. If there's anything specific, or even if you have no idea what it might be, you just know that you're struggling to write your content and your copy. We'll chat through a few things. We'll talk about what's happening for you. And I can make some recommendations. You'll also walk away with hypnosis so that you have that tool at your own disposal to use on your own time and enhance your creative flow to help you when you're doing your marketing work. So if you're interested, I'll include all the information in this post. Feel free to get in contact with me, of course, if you have any questions. And until the next time, lovely, I hope that you have an absolutely magical and creative rest of your day.